Hey everyone.
Hi guys.
Welcome back to ForWhy.
ForWhy.
I feel like that should be so satisfying now.
Yeah. Hi.
What's up, guys?
We hope the camera works the whole time this time. Sorry.
Yeah. And we apologise about that. It was just technical difficulties and
Capri Sun is back.
Sponsor us, please. Thank you very much.
Oh my god.
So today, what are we talking about, Julie?
What are we talking about?
Fashion.
Well, like we were saying secondhand fashion and how it's like really popular nowadays.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I was just saying to Shania, like I went to a vintage secondhand clothing store. Like event where they sold like secondhand clothes by the kilo. And I was just thinking like it's so popular now.
Yeah.
And I feel like it used to be I think maybe some people are still looking down on it, but it's like a trend now with young people, I would say at least. Mm-hmm. But when we were younger, I'd say that was like looked down upon, like if you had secondhand clothes, it was like,
yeah, what are you doing?
Even though I did it all, like I always got my cousin's clothes.
Yeah,
you didn't really want to, like it wasn't really like, yeah, it's my cousin's. Like you wouldn't be like, yeah, it's secondhand. Now it's like, yeah, I got this secondhand.
Really? I didn't mind, to be honest, because everyone like, oh, where did you get that? And we're like, oh, my cousin gave it to me. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. Like, not it's like taboo to be like, oh, hey, I've got this clothes from this person. So
yeah.
just being like, I bought it from like a fancy branded store.
For sure.
Yeah.
I just feel like because I've seen online people being like, this seat is really high. I'm so sorry.
Right? Like everything just feels disproportionate.
No, but
I don't know why.
I think someone else was sitting here.
Probably because I also feel really high and I'm like, what is going on? I'm like really uncomfortable and I'm like, why am I uncomfortable?
Can you hear really a lot of windy sound? Where
It's us moving.
From? Oh.
Yeah.
So sorry.
It's okay. I don't know why I said that. It's not me who's listening. Well, I'm tired.
No. So basically what we're going to talk about today is, I guess, like the difference of how it used to be, how you would, like how poor people basically need secondhand fashion.
Yeah.
But also it's kind of a trend now. So it's probably harder for them to get.
As a fellow poor member, hi, how are you? I never really had secondhand clothes apart from, as in like hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
But like I would go to Primark.
Yeah.
And that used to be very cheap. Like not trendy cheap, like just cheap enough to just go. And it's like you didn't want to wear Primark trainers. You didn't want to wear certain things because people know it's from Primark and Primark was looked down back then. So now it's like everyone just goes to Primark, but that's not even a secondhand store. It's just fast fashion.
Yeah.
Gross.
Because I feel like I've read online people being like, the fact that even like wealthy or like middle class people go to secondhand or like charity shops now, it's making the stuff less available for people that actually need to go into those 100%. Shops to get clothes. And I get that, like I totally get that. But also there's like this environmental, like it's not all about money for the people like middle class or like upper class people that go, for example me, I can afford normal clothes, but it's like an environmental issue, so it's really hard to be like, do you know what I mean?
I get you. I just don't understand why thrifting is a thing as popular as it is now. Like I went thrifting and those clothes were awful. So you
have to have a talent at it. 100%.
I guess so, but like it's just everyone's like, oh, this is like a new revolution. Like this is the best thing ever.
But that's what I'm saying. It used to be like thrift stores used to be like kind of like okay, well,
because it really is, and now it's like and then I'd pick up a jacket and it's £150,
and it's definitely gotten more expensive as well. So
what the hell?
Because it's gotten a trend.
Because I went to Camden for the first time last year.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, this is the home of thrifting. It's gonna be great. Like
for sure. When I went the first time in Camden, there was like actual secondhand clothing shops. Yeah. Now, like that was like I think 12 years ago when I went the first time. Now, since I've like come here to study, like the last I would say like 4 years, now it's very much like vintage clothing stores. Like there are people that go out and specifically pick out like cool vintage clothes that they can sell for probably like it's not cheap.
No. And it's rude. Like, I went to Camden and I brought a top from a tourist shop rather than, like, I brought a Rick and Morty top from a tourist shop rather than actual thrifting, which was the aim.
But that was, I think first was like Brick Lane and Camden. That used to be like big on actual secondhand clothing shops that are now just like trendy vintage shops to buy, like, because I've heard from a lot of people at the event that they go, because I go for the environment thing, right?
Yeah.
But I heard that loads of them go for to have something individual that no one else has.
My thing is, it's not, I feel like that's a lie. Nobody's ever got this as a one of a kind. No, it's a lie. You probably can Google it and find it on something. But my thing is, why is being poor a trend? You know? Like, just poor things, doing poor things. Why is it trendy? Let's not do that. I saw TikTok.
Yeah.
Some girl pretended to her friend who didn't have money that she also didn't have money. So her friend literally cooked for her, went out of her way and spent money to look after her all throughout uni to find out that she comes from a rich house, like a rich home, and like her parents just buy her whatever she wants. She just wanted to live the lifestyle of being poor. I'm just like, are you that bored in life that you can't do anything else? I don't know what to say.
I'm so speechless.
It's like with Tyra Banks. Oh, she's so problematic. Pretended to be homeless for a day.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that?
Actually, there is a show on German television. I thought that was so weird. It's like celebrities in Germany, like more like, you know, like reality TV stars and stuff. They would live on the streets for like a week as like an experiment, and I'm like, this is kind of like, how about we use the money for that production
to give to the homeless, right?
and donate to like homeless shelters. I was like, this is weird.
Empathy, that's so strange.
And they were like, this is so hard,
this is so sad,
but they can go home into their beds. Like, I was like, okay. I was like, you know, you're just doing this for a week. Like, I don't know, it was a bit weird because they're like, it's so hard and people have been doing this for 10 years.
Literally, it's the weirdest shit. And like with the Tyra thing, she came out dressed for the homelessness.
Yeah.
she wore like sturdy boots because, you know, when you're homeless, you got to prepare to be poor, and you got to prepare.
I don't think those people had time to prepare.
You got to prepare to step in glass, you know. So you got to wear some sturdy boots, and you got to bring a blanket with you.
Bestie.
You got to bring your own blanket for the cold nights on the streets. Like, and then she would just, instead of just giving a segment to like a homeless person for them to talk about their experiences in their life, she decided to just do it herself. And it's like, babes, you're with a whole camera crew.
Yeah, I feel like, that kind of money, like, why are we not giving it to the, like, I just don't understand why we're spending it on a celebrity.
This whole scene is just so problematic. This is what I mean. Being poor is not a trend.
But that's what I'm saying, like, the secondhand, I think probably for these like vintage kilo sales where we went to, it's probably good for like the girls like me that like doing it for environmental or for trendy reasons, whatever. But I think there might be some discussion to have about charity shops, because they're in reality, they're really there to help people. Well, you literally buy cheaper stuff for yourself because you don't have the money, but also it goes to something to help other people. But me and Craig went charity shopping in Notting Hill. Yeah, in Notting Hill. And because that's apparently like a really good spot to find like better pieces, like more designer stuff, because rich people live there, so they donated. And I was like, Craig, do you not think it's really weird how many young people are in here? That I was just like, you know, girls my age or younger, or, you know, just like doing their shopping. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. I just was like,
is it for the purpose of?
No, it was definitely like secondhand shopping. Like,
That's so weird to me. I don't think, I don't get it.
I don't know. It's good. No, like,
it's good because that charity, obviously, like my nan will go to the British Heart Foundation to buy furniture. Just so it goes to a good place. But also, like, just clothing wise, because you're still going to buy from other places as well. So you're not even doing it for environmental reasons. I'm gonna go buy fast fashion. I'm gonna go on Pretty Little Thing. I'm gonna go.
I mean, I've not
on
bought
Fashion Nova.
I've not bought fast fashion in 2 years.
No, I know, not you.
But just like
People, the people who do it for trendy reasons.
Yeah, for
trend.
Yeah, okay, I get you.
Because you actually want to help the environment.
Yeah, it's definitely like there's something trendy going on where people will just, if they need some clothing, like let's say they have an event and they just want a dress, they'll definitely not go out and like search for a dress for 3 hours in charity shops.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Why did you start doing sustainable shopping?
It's just like, well, first of all, the most sustainable thing you can do is just wear the clothes that you have and not buy other clothes. But you know,
it's hard out here, man.
We love clothes, so it's a bit hard. Like I used to love shopping. Like it's not like I get bored of my own clothes. Like I have literally clothes from when I was like 12. I'm not even kidding. Like I keep lots of clothing.
I'm a hoarder.
It's not like that. It's not like I throw it out. I keep it. And it's not like I get bored of the clothes because I still wear it. But it's rather like I guess like expressing myself through my clothing. So I like having different kind of things to like put together.
I get you.
And I know, like, I wish I was a minimalist. Like, I wish I could do that. You know, like live with like
the same
5
clothes.
things.
Yeah.
That's
It's
not me.
Especially in our climate of how many
You
different
know, like the comic,
changes.
like animated characters that have like
one set of clothing. I would love that.
I would love if I could do that.
But I get bored. I would
literally get depressed
too many times with so many different things.
Yeah.
And not my clothes. See, the thing about me is with my clothes, even the ones I don't wear, I just don't give it up because it's like it's probably really bad and unethical and probably I need to go therapy for this. But it's like a representation of my hard work.
Yeah.
Like I worked hard.
Yeah, you
to
buy the clothes.
something.
Yeah, you buy the clothes as like a reward to yourself.
Yeah, well, I bought it for a reason. So I'd be like, oh, I like that, and I
Yeah.
could afford it. And before, when I was younger, I could never afford that. So it's like, oh, you can do that now.
Yeah.
But then I don't throw it away, even if it doesn't fit me or if it's anything like that, because I'm like, I work so hard for this. It's like a representation, only like sustainable representation of my incomings, other than like food, which is just temporary.
Yeah.
Or shit like that. So it's like, oh, this is actually like thing. But then it gets to a point where I'm like, Shania, maybe you should give stuff to charity.
I think it's important to say as well that like people like us who buy, for example, you buy fast fashion, but you buy it like when you really want something. So that might be like one thing a month or whatever.
Yeah.
Those people are not really the problem.
No.
The people that are the problem are like those, for example, when you see on TikTok like £500 worth of like Shein.
Yeah.
That's the problem because you know they're gonna buy it.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna wear, like they are the people that go with every trend. So as soon as something's not in anymore, as in a clothing, they will throw it out.
Yeah, why are you throwing clothes
And
away?
that's the problem.
That's weird.
And also, yeah, Shein clothing is made like soup. Like Shein is even worse than when you go into Zara because Shein has even worse quality, so it's not gonna last as long.
Not at all.
Like all the high streets are really bad, but I'm just saying like the Shein are like it's the like all the Chinese like brands.
Yeah.
They're the worst because they use the most cheapest fabric ever.
Yeah.
And it's not even gonna last. So at least if you, because with Zara and H&M, they all have like loads of problems with their workers where it's like really unethical what they're doing.
Yeah.
But usually their clothes, if you like take care of it, they're gonna last longer than the Shein clothes. So at least if you're like have to buy fast fashion, buy somewhere you know it's gonna last a bit longer.
Oh, buy from a supermarket. By the way, fun fact: the supermarket, the people who make the clothes, the quality of them are the same as New Look and H&M.
Yeah.
So the prices you're paying in H&M and New Look, you can just go to Sainsbury's.
Exactly.
So just think smart, not.
That's what I'm saying. Like people are like, oh, that's another thing. Like when you buy clothes at M&S or Tesco or Sainsbury's, people are like, but it's literally the same thing as if you go into H&M. Like you're just paying more because you're going into an H&M.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Please.
And it's like,
and it's not even a brand where you can like brag.
Right? It's like I went to H&M. There's nothing that represents that I got this from H&M. Yeah. You could have got it from
It's just
anywhere.
your own prejudice, like of not buying stuff at the supermarket. Even though like M&S clothing, kind of like sometimes I see it and I'm like, okay, this is kind of good for like a supermarket.
Right? I just, when they put animals and stuff a lot, I'm just like, this is
this is not. No, what I'm trying to say is like, if you go into fast fashion because you don't have money and you need something like really bad, for example, like clothing trousers, working trousers, or like, I don't know, something you really need, and you gotta buy one thing because you don't have money and you need it. It's fine. It's not that you are not the problem.
Yeah.
In general, of course, the consumer is like, it's, people always say you can change things, which is true, but also the companies need to be
held accountable for their actions.
Yeah,
but they won't until they see a decline in their consumerism.
Yeah, so but also it's like
a catch-22.
The governments need to do something about, like, have some sanctions. Like, just the workers.
They need to be paid actual.
Yeah, and the environments they live in, like, they have to work endless hours. It's a lot of child labor. It's a lot of unwell conditions they have to work in. For example, for jeans, like that are bleached, they don't wear masks. They don't wear, like, they're like breathing in the fumes of bleach the whole day because they're bleaching pants the whole day. And
so mad.
It's just like they have no health conditions. They have no good working conditions. They have like bad pay. There's like children working. It's like all really bad. And I think that's like something that has maybe the UN or something, I don't know. They have to step in because as a consumer, it's not, you can boycott the brand. Yeah. But like, sometimes you just don't know what's going on in those
in those environments.
Like, who knows if, like, for example, Chanel is doing way more expensive clothes and like they last longer because they use better materials. But who knows how they were made?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you could never know.
And it's like,
in some cases,
thinks about the behind the scenes of things because it doesn't concern you.
It's also because it's far removed. Like, it's not like the company has its
it's not like it's in the UK either.
Yeah, it's like in China. You're like, okay,
you're like, I don't really care about people there. It's like, but I do not understand.
You don't know anyone. It's so far removed.
This is.
Yeah,
like this whole system. Like, you think slavery is done, but it's like slavery in a whole different kind of environment. Like, how you got little kids working to death.
Yeah.
To provide you a top for a couple of months if you're lucky.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think it just doesn't make sense to me.
Also, it's like, I'm not saying you have to buy sustainable brands because there is sustainable brands that like do their clothes in Europe, like with a good pay, with non-toxic dyes and all this stuff. Like, so it's not bad for the environment. It's not bad for the workers. It's like, it's all great. But they're like, their t-shirt is going to make £300. Which is normal.
That's so mad to me.
Yeah, but they break down the price of everything. And it actually, they don't make that much of the margin is not even that big that they're making, like, Yeah. The website I'm referring is Attire. It's from a German influencer. She made it, but she lives in Paris now. And she literally, on her website, you can go and see the breakdown of, like, she gives you all the information of why it's so expensive. And it all makes sense because, of course, she needs to pay her workers, like her own from her company. But that, I'm saying, it'd be great if everyone could afford clothes like that. But it's just not the case.
Because it's like, how can you be like, oh, yeah, let's make everything sustainable, but also be £300?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a bit ironic.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's not realistic.
Yeah. Sorry, just on the topic of that, why I just don't understand. Maybe because, like, again, a perspective of I grew up poor, so I would never understand why anybody would buy like £200 on like a pair of socks just because it's got Gucci on it.
I think there's a difference between the new rich and the old rich. Like, that's gonna sound a bit pretentious now.
Okay,
but there's people that gotten their richness like. It wasn't in their family. They were the first person to like become wealthy. Yeah. So they have all this wealth now. Maybe they grew up poor. They're like, oh my God. And usually those people also have like, there's old money who usually get it from their family and they've been growing up in this environment. And those people usually, I'm not saying like, they don't show their wealth off with good. They have other brands that are also expensive, but they don't show off like you would look at it and you'd be like, this could also be a top from like, I don't know, like
just anywhere. It's just a plain top with Gucci.
It's just probably better material, and you wouldn't tell because it's just a expensive brand with good material. That's just and then the new rich, they like showing their richness. Those are the people that have like because why is Gucci Mania, like the logo, so popular? It's because people wear it because they want you to know they had the money to buy it.
But that's so dumb to me. The old rich where it's like, hey, we never had money before, now we've got money. Would your mentality not be, hey, let me not overspend this money?
No, people like to show when they get money. And what I'm saying, if you grew up in a wealthy-ish family, you get, not everyone, okay, I'm just trying to say, there's people that like showing their money, but like in general, people like that, you wouldn't want to show off your money because it also puts a target on you.
Exactly.
But the new people, like new rich, they just want to show you, I've got money. See, I can wear all head to toe Gucci. Look at me.
Like, I empathize with people like that because I get it. You never really got the opportunity. Like I said, when I get the opportunity to get money, I can buy the clothes that I want. I empathize with that because they grew up in the consumerism of like, that is always
it's definitely like society that made them like think they have to show off their money now.
But it's so sad.
Like the clothes are not even nice. Like,
right? Like, you look stupid.
Yeah.
But I'm not here to judge because I get it.
No, like, all the logo things, like Gucci makes nice clothes. For example, like Harry Styles has worn like suits that are really fun.
Yeah.
But people that like the logo, like where it's just the logo is the design.
Just to
it's
say
like
you have it.
It looks ugly.
It looks dumb. Like,
you know, when it was like
the
Gucci belt trend, I was like, it's not. It doesn't look good.
Some guy and got one, and I was like, but why? Like, you have priorities, but you just got it just to say you got it. Like with rappers, right? I get it. Like, coming from the struggle again, you're growing up watching white men do all of this shit. So when you grew up, you then did it, and then that became the aesthetic for rappers. Yeah, just to look expensive. But it's also just dumb. Like, just be an individual and spend your money on.
But there's definitely you know, at the sneaker exhibition we went to, where the Nike Air Max Air Force? No, I don't remember.
So it was just Nike.
Yeah. How that was like, you got the shoe and then you were part of the gang.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's like with rappers, it's like you made it in the rap game and then you like dress as the other. Like, it's like you just do what the ones that did it before. Yeah. It's like kind of like you want to be part of it.
I get it. Yeah. I do honestly get it. I just find it stupid. Yeah.
For sure. What else?
Best polite way.
Other thing I think with how you said like a 200 or like 500 pound purse or shoes or whatever. I think it's also a thing of, like you said, I worked, like they probably.
Yeah, I know. It's like I worked hard for it.
For me, it's like there's these Prada boots, combat boots. They're so cool, and I want them so bad. Yeah. Guess the price.
$1,000.
$1,500. So I look at these boots and I'm like, obviously I can't afford them like right now. I don't even want to afford them. Like,
I mean, I get it.
But if I had a well-paying job, right?
Yeah.
And I just had like,
you like did my bills,
like and know. I knew I could. If someone said, I don't know who said that. Some celebrity said, you can't afford something unless you can buy it twice.
That's smart. Wow.
Anyway, if I was at that point, I probably would buy them because I've liked. Well, if I still like them, but you know, I've like looked at them for so long and I was like, I really love those. It's more of like, I guess, a sense, like you said, a sense of like accomplishment, reward for yourself. Just because you loved looking at those shoes.
I get it.
Purse, whatever.
I get it. But like, that's like a singular item for me. Yeah. Like, that's symbolic. Like, when I got my matching set, the brown jacket and the skirt, it was like, that was expensive. Yeah. But again, I could afford it at the time. Yeah. But like, that's once in a whole blue moon.
You know what I'm trying, it's also like, you felt that was expensive. Yeah. But someone who has a lot of money might, like, that's not expensive to them.
Oh no, 100, I know, but like whatever is expensive to them, again, to aim to get that, it's like once in a blue moon, but to then have consistent hoarding of something,
I think is just so a lot of unnecessary. When you watch like celebrities closet tours,
like when I watch Jeffree Stars,
loads of them say, I bought these purses as an investment, like they are gonna, like for example, Birkin bags.
What does that mean, by the way? Because I'm always confused when they say it's an investment. What are you investing in?
The easiest example I have is the Birkin bag, because it's a really iconic bag, and they usually bring out like, there's like the normal ones, but they bring, the normal ones also go for like 40 40,000. 40,000. And then there's like special editions that they just make like 10 of, you know. And if you can get your hands on one of those, obviously it's an investment because the value is going to go up because there's only 10 of them.
Oh, so then are they planning to resell it? Like,
they just have it for just in case they come. Like, it's like you have it, and then if you ever have hard times, you could sell it.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean?
I feel you.
Yeah.
I mean, smart, but
also they say that, like, I watched this guy, Hot Lemode, on YouTube, and he always does reviews of them. But he's like, sometimes they say it's an investment, and these purses are not going to go up in value. Not every purse is like a Birkin.
Right.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I don't even with. Like, okay, so like Sweetie.
Yeah.
I just don't even aspire to be that. Like, I would love to be a successful entrepreneur. Yeah. Black woman especially.
Yeah, yeah.
But to have this, like, perception to feed off of, I know it's just a character for being a rapper, but also I feel like she just exudes that in real life. I just don't think I could do that for younger audiences to then aspire to. Yeah. Especially growing up in the way I did, I don't think I'd want to ever put out that image to be like.
But then for me, it's like, what makes me really upset is when people like Cardi B, who have like a ton of money, like promote Fashion Nova, because that's also like really bad fast fashion. Right. I wish they, at least I wish people with a lot of money would spend their money on like sustainable clothes because they have the money to buy a free. Yeah. I wish that would happen, but instead they're still like wearing Fashion Nova and promoting it.
Because
I'm like,
they get something out of it.
I know, but it makes me so pissed off. Like, why are we like? You don't need to wear Fashion Nova. You could literally, because Fashion Nova and Shein and all these brands, they knock off of actual designers.
Yeah, I know.
You could afford to actually wear the
actual designer. Just do it.
That's why I'm like, I'm so disappointed. Like, you know.
I don't expect much from these people, though, to be honest.
I know, but it's like...
Especially Cardi B.
It's also like the Kardashians. Like, they do the same. Like, they also have all, like, fashion... But they used to have Fashion Nova deals.
But those are the people who always been rich, so doing stuff like this is not really getting much out of it other than popularity.
I'm just so, like, disappointed.
I'm so over it, too. How do you feel about jewellery?
Oh, yeah. Actually, there is a lot of, like... Because I'm really into... clothes sustainability, but there's a lot with jewelry that's also unethical, workers or like all that stuff. But listen, I cannot buy expensive jewelry because I will lose everything. Like
same. That's why I don't want an expensive engagement ring, because I know I just lose it.
But also the expensive ones, you don't know where the diamonds came from. Could be blood diamonds.
Beyonce.
Oh my god. That's what I'm saying. It's so like jewelry I need to like get more informed on because I haven't, but it's also because I'm not that, like, I wear the same necklace for like 3 years and then I lose it and I get a new one. So I'm not really that big on jewelry anyway.
Me either. I lose them all. I lose it all the time. My mum steals my jewelry and I'm just like, okay, well that's gone. Yeah. But I'm just disappointed.
But there is a lot of small businesses that do jewelry like from home.
Yeah, they make it from scratch, which is sick.
Yeah, which is cool. And I would, if I buy a new one, I would just buy it like that from someone, because they're not more expensive than the ones that you get.
No, I'm not a big somewhere else. Jewelry. I think I only that one would get me this necklace. Yeah. Every year. Yeah. Because he knew I would like somehow lose it or break it.
Big mood.
Right. So every year for our anniversary, he would get me this necklace, which is great. And then I think I have like a charm bracelet that my friend got me for my birthday. And I think those are the only two things that I actually would invest in.
But I think for people that are into jewelry, they're probably like into the Cartier bracelets. I've probably seen it, right? It's like a metal ring. Yeah. And then,
I bought one for my friend. Yeah. Which was not that expensive because it was on sale. But then it never came, so I got my money back.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was rude. It was so rude.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I guess people place values in things that I just can't relate to, because...
Yeah, it's definitely for sure. Some people, for example, I love going out to eat as an experience. Like I don't mind spending money on food because I love food. And like for example, for my birthday, we went to an expensive place, like, you know, where you have a tasting menu, you know, and it's like 7 courses and stuff. But some people are like, why are you spending money? Like, for example, my friend Georgia, she doesn't think it makes sense to spend money on food. She'd rather just cook at home because it's much cheaper. Because for her, food is not that. But for me, like, I don't know, I just enjoy being at the restaurant, getting served. Yeah,
because it's like an experience, though. Cause it, like,
but some people, like, I think that's the same with, like, clothes. Like, some people just...
Well, that's an experience.
No, I mean, it's just some people understand why you're spending money on it, and others just don't.
I mean, like we said, I empathize with growing up with not having money, being able to then afford to get the money, like to re-buy something that you never bought before. Re-buy? Saying the wrong shit. To buy something you never could afford before. I get it. I empathize, but also just no. But like, that's just me, and it's not my business. But I'd rather people just spend money, if you have money, to better the environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. And also, like, for jewelry, I really think we should get onto this, like, small business kind of situation.
Kanye made a whole song about diamonds from Sierra Leone, and people still be out here taking diamonds from Sierra Leone.
I think loads of people also just don't want to see what's happening. Like, you know, there's so much shit happening in the world, and they just want to live their life and be happy and wear Zara and H&M.
I really wish I was like that oblivious to life, where I can just walk around ignoring problems going on. Like, ignorance is so bliss, and I'd happily just be in ignorance.
Same.
If I was able to.
Honestly,
But I wasn't built that way, and it's rude.
When I think how I used to live when I was younger, and then I turned vegetarian, and then I turned vegan, and then I'm not buying normal clothes anymore. Like, literally, we'll be on holiday with my family, and then my stepsister and my stepmom, they'll be like, we'll go shopping. And I'm not gonna, like, there's nothing for me to shop because it's all high street. Like, I don't shop at these clothing stores anymore. Yeah. So me and Craig just found, like, a secondhand store. So, but that's, like, one in every, like, it's not like that's a big thing in other cities. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm not doing that anymore. You know, there's so many things, me and Craig go buy in zero waste, so it's not, like, as wasteful. And, like, I'm doing all these things.
Do you guys have a food bin?
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Is that not normal? Oh my god.
No, it is normal. It's great. I'm just saying,
there's so many things I do that I don't want to say, like, it makes my life so difficult. Like, I chose it for myself. Like,
yeah, you chose it for yourself.
I'm just saying, when I think about it, how many changes I made to my life just to be better for the environment and stuff. Yeah. But then I see people just living their life normally. I'm like, I don't understand. I'm just like,
it's not an inconvenience for you if you have the means to do so.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, whenever I get my money up, that's the aim. The aim is to be better for the environment. I'm in a situation where it's hard to then
for sure.
do so.
It's definitely easier that's what I'm saying. All these celebrities, I wish they would do more because they have the means.
You have the means to do it. Like, I get you can just, like, do your thing. Do, like, get sparkly necklace, but, like, also, do you really need it? Yeah. Like, is it the way it is, how it was made? Is it really who are you affecting? What child are you killing right now?
Yeah, they have stylists that can research. They have the means to buy those clothes. I just don't understand.
But, like, I guess it's just that it's the perception that you have to keep up in that lifestyle, and I pray to never be in that lifestyle. Yeah. As much as it seems fun, I just couldn't keep up. Yeah. And, like, their individuality is so hit and miss, because it's like, as much as they're all unique as a person, they all do the same shit. Yeah. That just ruins it. And then they have audiences who look at that and want to do that too. Yeah. For sure. It's just, it's all constant a spectacle. Yeah. As William would say. Shout out to William.
But also, it's like, oh my god, I saw all this news about Elon Musk becoming richer than Jeff Bezos. It's the new news. And I'm like, is this really news? Like, him having $1 billion more than
like, this other billionaire.
I'm like, is this really the news? Like,
why are we
really praising white men for
being white men and
exploiting people,
being rich? I mean, credit's due where credit is due. You know, you came up with concepts and ideas.
Yeah, and then you exploited people.
You did
to make that money.
But, like, you smart. You were smart.
You were smart to exploit people. Like, for example, on Amazon, they have to pee in cans. It's fun.
That sounds terrible.
He came up with that. He was like, I'll make more money like that.
Because then you wouldn't have to go to the toilet.
Exactly.
Smart. They should start doing that for all the workers in retail, really. Don't do that. I am a worker in retail.
Yeah.
But that's, wow. What I was going to ask you is, what was your store or centre that was for the poorer? Did you have any? Because Luxembourg's quite a well-off
What, in
place.
Luxembourg?
Yeah.
For poor people?
Yeah.
The problem with Luxembourg is that we have poor people, but we don't like to see it. Like, I think it's very hidden in Luxembourg. So I do not have an idea, which is sad. But you know there's poor people, but I think even the people that are poor, they don't acknowledge it because they live in the environment they live in.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Do you have...
There's like
is there
definitely...
homeless around?
Yeah, but not that... Yeah, there is for sure.
Okay.
In the city, but not like that much. And also we always get told that they're Roma or what's the other one? Roma and
I don't know.
I forgot. Yeah, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And they are like just my friend, her mom saw them coming up with a van and then letting all out like these beggars out of the van. So it's like kind of like it's you give them money, but they have to give it to like their boss. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So it's like, should I give them money? Should I not give them money? It's like a strange thing. But also we get told that, but I don't know if all of the people that are like begging me right now are part of that. So it's a bit like a tricky one.
Yeah, okay. That's just a perception.
No, there's definitely like social help and stuff for poor people. But I've seen one secondhand shop. Yeah.
So it's the way you said it.
I just also don't know if there's
one.
even like those soup kitchens. Is that what you call it in English?
I had
food banks.
Food banks.
Yeah.
That's it. I literally had it in my head and then it slipped.
I'm sure there is.
You just don't know about it.
Yeah.
That's fair. Because I was gonna say, we're here. It used to be like TK Maxx.
TK Maxx the shit though. I can't lie.
Right, but like everyone's like, "Oh, you shop in TK Maxx." Like, it was like a problem.
Oh, for sure. TK Maxx was like looked down upon, and I'm like, why? It's just an outlet. Like, let me live.
Very weird.
Yeah.
But, and then, like I said, Primark was one that people like, and then any supermarket, and then that's not even like.
You know what I used to
shops.
hate? People like, I don't shop at Primark because they are really bad fast fashion, but I'm just saying, people used to be like, how can you shop at Primark? It's so bad. All the and then they would shop at all the other stores. I'm like, listen, it's all the high streets are like that. Like,
yeah,
I was like, they all do the same like child labor things. Yeah. It's not just Primark. Like, obviously Primark has like cheaper material, but they were saying like with the child labor, I was like, that's like for all the high street shops.
Yeah,
100%.
like literally all of them.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, like why are we shaming people for going to Primark if you're going to H&M? Like, it's not like let's not pretend Zara and H&M are these like great, amazing brands that make these quality clothes. Like, let's calm down.
I just don't understand. Also, we need to just the death of hauls on YouTube and TikTok need to go.
Sorry?
The death of hauls. Like clothing hauls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. The hauls are the worst. Like, because these people buy 500, they're not wearing all of that. The problem also is if you return an item, they don't put it back in their stock. It just goes to their garbage like pile. They just the problem is they throw it all away and then they burn it because they don't want to put their clothes in outlets and like other things. So they burn the clothes, and the problem is because all these cheap materials are made with like plastic and chemicals. When they burn it like releases a lot of chemicals into the air, and which pollutes the air. So that's what all these clothing brands do. Like, not the ones that have outlets, because obviously the ones that have outlets give their clothes to outlets. Like Versace has a lot of outlets, Calvin Klein. Like, there's a lot. I'm just like running from the top of my head.
I was gonna say, because like in my store we just work in the fucking supermarket, but we just put it out. Like, just back out on the shop floor for whoever wants.
Yeah, but the big clothing brands don't do that.
That's so mad.
Yeah. When you send them back, it actually doesn't reappear in stock. Yeah, you just get your money back and they throw it away. Because it's not a loss for them, because they produce like clothes all the time. Like, what's one thing that's good on the designer clothes, like the high-end fashion, is that at least they have seasons. They have like fall, winter, and spring, summer, or like 2 or 4 usually. It's not like the problem is with like these fast fashion, they have like every month there's a new collection.
Yeah.
But you can't sell the stock of the past collection during a month.
True.
So they just like
Is that why Fashion Nova has like store credits instead of
probably
money?
Probably.
Because one time
also store credits make you, because then you have to pay, like you have to buy more from them.
Yeah. I knew that was one of the reasons, but I didn't understand fully why I just couldn't get my fucking money back.
Yeah.
But that's crazy. I actually didn't know.
Yeah. So it doesn't like, if you think I'm just gonna, because these people with the £500 orders, they probably think I'll just return it, but they're just, it doesn't matter if you return it or not. It's like gone to the trash.
Because in my naive head, I was like, oh, they probably just like recycle it and then remake it into something else.
Yeah, I wish.
Yeah.
They don't have the, because that's just a waste of workforce and money and time. If they do that, it's easier to just throw it away and burn it.
Me today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's not like you are the problem. It's not like you go out and pay £100 of clothing on like on all these websites.
No, I don't. But I like.
But TK Maxx is a good start because they have a lot of stuff. Like usually when I need like socks or like clothes or like tights, I usually go to TK Maxx because, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. Because
they have everything.
They do.
I always buy more than I want there. That's a problem. Because they have like, you know, you go like past the like.
You're like, ooh, what is this?
Like the
home section.
The home stuff, yeah. And I'm like, fuck.
Like, ooh, what is this?
And they always have like discounted makeup. Love that.
Yeah. Makeup is another thing, but like
makeup is definitely another thing. Like, why are we if you're making 20 foundations, you better have a range and not 15 that are like the same shade porcelain, of pale and then 3 that are
like,
why are we wasting, like, just make if you're making a big range, then do it like Fenty and like make it actually noticeable that there's different tones.
See, this is the thing, I only invest in Fenty, and I refuse to invest in anything else. One, because my skin tone is so specific.
Vegan, we stand.
We love that.
Yeah, no animal cruelty here.
No animal cruelty. It has so many ranges for any specific skin tone with different,
like, specific,
so specific.
Love that. Like, because then it makes sense that they have so many like
how many
products.
And then it's like she doesn't do things unnecessarily as well.
Yeah, there's not like a launch, like, you know, Colourpop. It's an American brand. They have a launch every month, and I'm like
literally, and
this is wasteful.
The same thing as well.
This is just wasteful.
I bought one thing from them, and I was like, this is not even that good. I brought it because, you know, like all the YouTubers are like, yeah, you should buy like Colourpop eyeshadow,
and it's cheaper. I get that,
but it was so shit.
But I'm the same. I know Fenty is not cheap, but it's definitely affordable. Like.
It's affordable. Yeah, it is affordable. People are like, oh, it's really expensive.
If you use it up,
it lasts me over a year. It's been over a year since I brought Fenty.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And it's last me. I still have like, it can last me until next year maybe. Yeah. Like well, not all the way to next year, but
I'm just saying, summer. Like, we all should, because there was this makeup craze a few years ago. I think it's dying down because people now are like more into this clear skin look.
Yeah, the natural look.
Yeah. But when it was a few years ago, like, people would buy so much makeup, and I'm like, why are we not using up the makeup we have first and before buying something else? Like, you don't need 3 foundations.
Why?
Just get one that's good and use it up. I just don't understand.
Like, I have, probably not good for my skin, but I clean my brushes and my sponges, but I don't have like 50,000 brushes and 10 sponges. I have like 2 sponges and like 3 brushes to keep me going.
I think that's the same with clothes, actually. Yeah. I used to be really bad. I used to buy so many jackets. So I was like so obsessed with jackets. And now,
well.
And my friends would be like, Julie, you don't need a new jacket. I was like, but it was cute. Now I have too many damn jackets.
It's a new winter season. I need a new jacket. I literally was looking at new jackets.
I think it's just to look at the clothes you have and be like, I have this and it's nice. And if you are bored of something, try to do like a flip, like, you know,
like DIY it, or just give it to charity, or
give it to someone else, or sell it on Depop.
Depop is cool.
Depop is good.
If you don't want to like just not have your money back, just sell it on Depop. Yeah, but just give it to charity. There's so many different. There's charity bins literally outside supermarkets. Yeah. When I finally detach from my clothes, I always just bag it up. And
I just give it to charity as well.
Yeah. like straight away. I don't even.
Because usually like I used to give it to my cousins when I was younger, but the problem is they didn't grow, but I grew, so it doesn't fit them anymore. So the clothes that fit them for me are like when I was like really young, but they're like 18 now, so they don't want to like wear clothes from when I was 10.
Fair.
Because they just didn't grow, and I continued to grow. So yeah, I'll just give them to charity.
And try to give them to my nieces and my nieces and nephews. Yeah. Just my nieces.
I mean, my nephews there could be some t-shirts they could wear.
Nah.
Okay.
But it's like I try and give it to them, and then my mum cusses me because it's like, why are you dressing up my grandchildren as hoes? And I'm like, they are not. Just because I give them a crop top doesn't mean that I'm trying to make them into whores.
Yeah.
But if they wanted to be whores, I support the lifestyle.
Anyway, guys, just like think before you shop, right? I guess.
But I wanted to say before we wrap up this episode, this is our
Happy
1 year anniversary.
Wait, I want to. Sorry, okay.
Thank you.
Anyway, happy
1 year anniversary. We're only on 26 episodes.
It's because listen. There was COVID. Leave me alone. COVID.
There was COVID, dissertations, mental health,
life.
Like there's so many things. Forgive us.
But 26, right?
26. This will be our 26th.
That's almost
episode.
every 2 weeks. So I think it's not that
bad.
Wait,
27th episode?
Yeah, because there's 56 weeks in a year, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So that's almost second week. That's almost every second week.
Yeah, we did enough. We did enough. We did that.
But now we're here.
Hi. So hopefully, if I'm not sick or Julie's not sick, we'll
it should be okay. Shania does get sick during winter, so
I get sick very often. But I plan.
I'll just do it alone. I'll just be like, hi, Shania's sick.
I'm here to talk on my own, have my own conversation. You can pretend to be me. I'm gonna buy you a curly wig.
Hell yeah.
And you could do like,
I'll just do like
switches.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, no, shout out to us for our 1 year anniversary. Shout out to Black History Month because that is also coming to a close. What else do I want to talk about?
No, I just want to remind everyone to love the clothes they have.
Yeah.
Think before they shop. You don't need 500 t-shirts that are white or black.
No.
And stay healthy. Stay safe.
Drink water.
And take care of our environment, because without the planet, there's not going to be any more shops to shop in.
Also, try and wear masks, people. I know it's hard. I forget, but we dying out here. Yeah, just be safe. I beg. Thank you.
Love you.
I love you. Bye.